Hello everyone and welcome to the fourth chapter. In this chapter we're going to start looking at creating and rendering cloud using Houdini and Arnold, and I'm going to be showing how to create these two different lighting scenarios as well as setting up the scene and generating the clouds. We're going to be looking at different techniques for creating the clouds themselves, and then use Arnold instancing to fill out the cloud bed, and at the end we're going to be creating atmospheric effects for the cloud bed as well as the entire scene. So let's start by taking a look at the scene I have here. And so I have a camera, I have simple light rig, sky dome set to a bluish color, and a sunlight. And I'm gonna start explaining the different techniques that can be used to create the clouds themselves. So I have three different techniques here, but for now we're gonna focus on the first one that I used to create the cloud bed here, and it's very simple. So let me start from scratch. I'm gonna create a box, make it bigger, and convert this to a VDB using VDB from Polygon, and we're gonna generate a fog VDB, and then I'm gonna create a volume VOP, and dive inside, create a volume sample node, create the noise, and connect the noise here. And then we've done this before. We're gonna offset the sampling position for this node. Sorry, the sample position, and then I'm gonna connect this. So we can see already that we have noise, and I'm gonna expose different controls that I have here and go up. And now we have our volume with noise. I'm gonna copy this one more time and add a different noise at a different scale to get different layers of noise. I'm gonna increase the voxel size. I'm gonna decrease the voxel size to get more details, and play a little bit more with the noise themselves. So using this, you can layer as much as you want. You can copy this, paste it, and then just change the value, the noise settings, and we can see that we're getting a different result here. And that's what I've done on the side. The other thing I'd like to mention is that if we push the cloud too much, 5, we will start to see it clamping, like here. We can see that it's not going anywhere beyond the boundaries. So what we need to do is expand the volume itself, and to do that we need to use the VDB activate, and we're gonna go to the expand section and expand, add as much details as we need, as much space as we need. In this case I've pushed it too far, so let's go back, and we can see now that we have a better result over in the bounding box area, and you can keep expanding this as much as you want. And the other thing I'd like to do is I'm gonna create another volume VOP, and I'd like to vary the density a little bit. So I'm gonna create a noise connected here, and I'm gonna put a fit function. I'll explain why that in a second. And I'm gonna multiply this result with our density and plug that back in. And I'm gonna expose the noise controls and the destination, the destination min and max. But for now I'm gonna only export the min. And I'm gonna set the min to 0.8, and what this does is it doesn't change the density, it doesn't multiply it by a value lower than 0.7. So if this is all 1, we will get a variation between 0.7 and 1. And I can expose that here so that it's easier. Yeah, so this is the range of that we will be modifying our density at. And at the end, if we want to multiply the density a little bit, I generally use a volume wrangle. This is shorter, and I'm gonna type in f density multiply equal by the value I want, and in this case 4. So the last thing, if I click on wireframe, you can see that the bounding box is much bigger, and to shrink it back to the correct size, we need to drop another VDB activate and go to the deactivate section and just leave it there, and that will deactivate the volume. Basically, it will shrink it to the correct required value in this case. I'm gonna drop a visualize node and just display this a little bit with a little bit more details. So what I've done on the right here is the exact same setup I showed, but instead I've used the high-res version, and I played with the noise a little bit more. So, but it's more artistic controls rather than, there is no science to it. You just play with the values and get something that you like. And I generated for 3 different cloud version. And so now that we have, let me show the 3 different setups. Actually, let me import them. It will be faster this way. So this is the first version, and this is the second version, and this is the first version. So 1, 2, 3. So these 3 different variation is what I have used to populate all this area. So in the next video, we're gonna start shading our cloud, and we're gonna start by these guys, and then move on to learn how to use instancing and use Arnold instancing to scatter to fill in this whole area. So thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.